Hello, welcome to episode 16 of Why Civilization Started Over. We're going to be starting out this episode, back over here. In the last episode, we saw all this land get explored, and some of these nations claimed some of this land, and now all 5 of these nations here are going to meet up to split up what is left of the land, right here. So they all come to an agreement that this country will get everything. Yeah, that's what happened. We'll get that small bit of land. This country here will get all of this land along here. This country here will get a good chunk of land going like that. Egg will get completely annexed by Germany now. Egg will get this land here. This country here will get this land along here. And then they could not agree who would get this land here, so they just decided to put a completely new country there. They decided to just make a new country here, because they could not decide who got that land. And with this country's capital will go right in the middle. With that done, we will now go over to Ukraine, who is continuing to explore this way as they're trying to get up over like here-ish. They will explore a lot of this land. They'll explore a little bit of this land over here. They don't care that much about that. They mostly want to go up this way. They'll also explore a little bit over here, but not too much. But yeah, they've explored all that land now, and now they will expand into some of this land. So they'll expand into all this here. As they get big. Anyways, next we'll come down here where there are bad relationships between this purple country and this blue country here. And on their border there are like soldiers on each side, and something happens and the soldiers start fighting, and then they start killing each other. With this, the purple country here is going to declare war on the blue country, and they will start sending troops into it. Now, these two countries are pretty equal, so the blue country will push back a bit. However, then, seeing a chance to get some of their old land back, the red country will join in, and they will start invading into the blue country as they go into all this land along here. With this, the purple country will start pushing in again. they will eventually meet up with this city here and on the verge of taking it. Meanwhile, the Red Country will expand along here. What is going on? Okay, that fixed it. They will then start going up towards the capital. Meanwhile, this city will get captured over here. With this, the Purple Country will push into a lot of this land along here. The Blue Country will make an attempt to get back their capital as they start pushing along over here. They'll hook their capital back up with the rest of the land. They'll also push down around here. However, as that happens, the Red Country pushes up again further here and gets right outside the capital. Eventually they enter into the capital and they successfully take it. With this, these troops here will all die. And they'll start pushing into this land over here. Purple Country will push down and take this city here. And with this, the Blue Country will surrender. In the treaty, the Purple team will take all this land and the Red team will take this land. With that, we can remove the capital. Anyways, moving on, we go back over here with this country here. This is the country up here, and they're going to be continuing to expand down here, as they will explore a lot of this land along here. And they will make their way throughout Madagascar till they have explored over half of it. With this, they will start expanding into all this land as they take all of this here. They'll also discover these two islands and take them. Anyways, next we will go over here, where this country here will discover these islands here, and then take them. They will then land on this island here, and will start expanding into this island, and eventually will make their way onto this island here. They will start taking this land as they continue to explore along here. They eventually make a landing into over here, and they expand, or they explore a lot of this along here and along here. They also discover this island and this, and if that wasn't enough discovering, they also start discovering this island here. With this, they will start expanding into all these islands as they expand down along here into this island. And this country is becoming pretty strong. They also discover these islands here. This blue country here is also going to expand a little bit as they expand down along here and explore some of this land here. We'll also see them expand up this way a little bit. Going over to China, we will see them expand again. They expand quite a bit as they explore. That I made way too big. as they explore along here. Exploring a lot out here. They are the strongest country in the world. However, they are, as they continue to expand, they also start to get a bit unstable, so we might see civil war break out in China soon. Speaking of China, there is an alliance against them, that being this alliance here, and a new member is going to join, that being, I'm on the wrong way, of course I am. That new ally will be Vietnam. They were at war with China once, a few episodes ago, and they hate China, obviously. Another country will join them, though. That's not the only one joining, as we also see the original Blue Korean team join, as they are worried about China because they could make a landing over here and just invade them. They are nowhere near as strong as they used to be. They used to control a lot of this land along here, but that broke away during a plague that happened here. Also, these islands have been discovered were discovered a long time ago. I don't know why they're not colored in. I just forgot about them. These ones are Korean, and these other ones are Japanese. They also have all these islands along here. And these islands here they've also found, so now that I've fixed that, we can continue to see the expansion of these countries. This country will expand a tiny bit up into here, and this yellow country is going to start expanding towards the land over here. That way they can eventually make a trade route through here. This country was formed by the explorers with permission from the governments down here in the last episode, and they will continue to explore. They're actually going to explore this along here, which they were not given permission to do, but they're their own country now, so they don't need permission. However, they won't explore much because they do want to keep up the end of the deal of continuing to explore this way, as they also don't like the Chinese country and don't want to go through it to trade, as, well, that gives them money. So they'll continue to explore as they go along here. And they eventually make their way over to this area here. This water here. They will start to expand further towards there as they expand like that. And with that, we're done with that for this episode. Well, at least for now. Maybe I'll come back to it later in the episode. Anyways, we can close out the alliances. Next, we will go over here where we will see this green country explore a bit as they explore into here. And then expand into all that land. This kind of makes the pink team as they were about to expand into this land along here. They expand a little bit, however they then start going into this land here, which they want from the green team. This makes with this a war starts between the two, as the pink team, being the second strongest country in the world at this point, starts pushing into the green team. However, the green team will get help from this country here, which will start pushing into the pink team over here. However, they then get pushed back by the pink team, who then starts pushing into them. Wait. Who will then start pushing into them, so they'll push over like this. And along here. However, then we see the red team join, who will start pushing into these provinces along here. And with this, the pink team will be able to push, this pink team here will be able to push back against the other pink team as they push them out of their country. We also see the green team push back a bit. And if that wasn't bad enough, the pink team, some of these areas over here don't really want to be part of the pink team. And with that, they will rebel. Oh, it's way too close to the water. They will rebel. As these provinces along here declare independence, all the way along here. With this, the pink team will have to stop pushing against that revolution as they push into it. However, if all of that was not enough, this country then chooses to join the war. As they push up into here, take this city here, and into some of these provinces down here. With them fighting a bunch of different countries now, while they could probably beat them if it stayed like this, we're going to see more rebellions start to break out. The first one will be over here. Actually, that was way too close. Let's make it. The first one will be over here. As this yellow country breaks away. We will also see one up here. And we will see one that's too close to that. Let's just make it a bit darker. We also see one right here. I think that looks even closer now, but you know, I don't care. And now things are not looking good for the pink team at all. They will start to push back against this rebellion, and in fact this one will kind of fall apart pretty quickly. It was not very strong. However, what is left of it will escape down here as they get pushed out over here. And we'll get into this city. They will then hold out in that city, and we will actually see more people who agree with this rebellion along here start to break away. They didn't break away before. They agree with it, but they were up here, not down here, so that's why they didn't break away before. So, we see that happen. Along with that, we see this rebellion expand into the land that had previously belonged to the other rebellion as they expand along here. We also see this country here continue to invade as they push into these provinces along here. Coming back over here, we will see the green country push the pink country back almost completely out. With this, they will decide to make their own invasion as they push in over here. And they will then go around and attack these troops from behind, killing them. With this, they'll push these ones back pretty far and eventually push them completely out. With this, they have a goal, and that is to hook up over here with in this province here, as they want to get sea access before this rebellion can take it. So they go down and they successfully take this province. Now after the war, hopefully they can get sea access. Going back over here, the red country will continue to push into this area here as they take this land along here. We also see the green country push into this province here to hook up it. Well, actually, I were hooked up from right here. I don't know why they did that, actually. They just did. I just think that them having that province would look good. Anyways, this land here will get taken by this rebellion. And eventually this land over here will all fall over to the rebellion, and also this country here. Going back over to these rebellions, this one has pushed pretty far into this one. What? They've pushed barely in. They've just taken these provinces. I don't know what I'm saying. They take those provinces. However, the green one has become pretty strong, as a lot of people over here don't want to be part of the pink country anymore, as this war has been going on for a pretty long time at this point. It's been a pretty slow war, though, so... But this rebellion will grow and will eventually encompass all of this land along here. With this, the government, trying to keep what they have left, will agree to surrender over to these rebellions. With this, they will make all of the countries involved in rebellions will all sit down and talk about and form a peace treaty. Okay, so here we have the finished borders after the treaty. So this is what is left of the pink country, as these rebellions have all gotten their independence. I messed up here. I'll clean that up later. Anyways, this country here expanded a lot as they took a lot of land over here. All of these rebellions got their independence. I need to give them capital still, so this country here's capital will be there. This one will be right there. This one's capital will be right there. This one's capital will be right there. And there we go. This country kind of got screwed over in the treaty, as they only got this city here and this province here, so they are kind of mad about that. Mostly mad with the red country for that. So we might see something happen between them. But Anyways, this country got a lot of land along here. And that is where this part went. Anyways, next thing that will be happening is down here, where we see this country here invade this pink one to get the coast. So they push in and they take the capital. With this, the orange one will also push in to take the rest of this land here. With that, that country no longer exists. They only lasted a few episodes. And also what will be happening is, I forgot to give capitals to these last episode. Let's fix that. We're also going to see this country here explore out into this land here. They will then start claiming it, mostly claiming along the coast, but they're claiming a bit more over here as well. And we're also going to see a new alliance form down here. That being the Diamond Alliance. That will consist of this orange country, this red country, and finally this green country for now. I just put those on the background layer. Let me fix that. Okay, so I fixed that. And that is all that's happening down here this episode. Anything else I had planned? I think that is where this episode is going to end. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. So, goodbye.